Hey guys, we want to talk to you today about the Thieves dish soap. So we have a whole line, if you did not know this, we have a whole line of Thieves products and cleaning products, everything you need for cleaning everything in your home. You can eliminate all the toxins by switching over to some of these things. So I love this. It's completely plant-based ingredients. You're not worrying about, like, if your kids get in here and suck on the bottle or something, you're not calling poison control because of it. It's like completely safe and it free from SLS, sulfur, lauryl, sulfate, however you say it, but it's like the bubble thing and the dyes, the LES, formaldehydes, phosphates, and synthetic perfumes. It's free of all of that. All of those things typically are in the things you're buying at the grocery store, Target, or wherever you're getting your dish soap. So just so you know that that's what's going on. So the thing that I hear most is people look at this and go, what? You like this? I think this, what the price of this maybe is $12 or 13, something like that for this. Here's the thing. Young Living is not charging you for water. And that is the ingredient in most of the things that you get. This is highly concentrated. So yeah, I think it's $15.75. Sarah, $15.75. Okay, $15.75 for this. But we are not paying for water. If you go to the grocery store, most of what you're getting in your thing for $5 or whatever it is water. Young Living's not charging you for water. So this is highly concentrated. And what I do on this, as soon as I get a new one, like I have several older ones, so I just use the same containers, but I will take a fourth of this. I know some people do a third. I do actually a fourth of this. And then I'll fill up like an empty one of these with 1/4, and then I'll 1/4 of this. And then I will fill the rest with water. Now, and that's how I use it. Now, I'm a person that when I do dishes, I'm squirting it. You'll see the new ads, like I've seen, like even some of the new ads for some of the dish soaps that are out there. It's all about spraying something on. You could do that with this if you want. I just kind of squirt a little bit on and wash a few dishes at a time, right? That's kind of how I do it. I don't like pour a whole big thing in a big sink of water to do my dishes like my grandmother did. So, but anyway, the one thing that you need to know, and I think Kara's going to talk about this, is that because it doesn't have the SLS in it, which is the toxic ingredient in most of our, dish soaps, cleaning things that causes the bubble action to happen, you're not going to get the same sort of bubble action with this. And there is a hack for that. If you just feel like you got to have bubbles, there is a hack for that. Personally, I have enough bubbles because of the way I do it. And when you fill this up, it does bubble up, and I feel like it's doing the cleaning job. It's great. I don't have issues with that. But if you're somebody who just like the bubbles are super important, we have a hack for you. But the big thing is I would just encourage you to do a comparison. Seriously, this stuff works great. I love it. And I think it is amazing. And I know I'm not putting more toxic chemicals on my dishes, the things that we eat off of. And so I am so excited that we have this product because we didn't for a long time. And so we were all kind of making up our own, right? And I really love the dish soap. So Kara, do you have the hack for that?
I do. Yep. So I want to jump on there to Bonnie talking about this. Some people, I know it takes a while to get used to this because some people feel like they're so used to all these suds. So let me tell you this, none of the liquid cleaners bubble, like in terms of like the laundry soap, shampoos, household cleaners that Young Living has. And here are a couple of reasons for that. I think this really made sense to me, is essential oils change the surface tension of bubbles, making them less likely to pop. And most bubbles that you find in liquid soaps are a byproduct of the SLS, which is the sodium lauryl sulfate. And that is a very common surfactant found in about 30% of cleaning products. And all of it is synthetic if you are getting it off the shelf somewhere. So this SLS that the other mainstream products are doing, it is an irritant for your skin. It can be absorbed across your skin, and it can be associated with hair loss and toxicity in the waters. So Young Living obviously is not using it. So you can skip the bubbles. You do not need the bubbles. But yes, here's the hack that I do. I actually do, well, there's two different hacks that I know of people doing. One is you can add 1/4 of a cap of the household cleaner to your soap. The bubbles are going to be short-lived, but it might it might help. What I do is I will make, for me, I do 3 bottles. So I use 2 extra empty bottles of the soap, and I do 1/3. And then I add 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and then I fill it with water. And I actually get 3 big bottles so I don't feel as crazy if I squirt a little extra out there, and that will kind of give what it is. So the thing on the dish soap is we don't have any of those synthetics. And one of my favorite parts in here is we do have the oils, which that makes a difference in your bubbles. The jade lemon, the bergamot, clove, lemon, cinnamon, eucalyptus, radiata, and rosemary in here. And that is the smell that you are going to get. I personally, when I am at home in Minnesota, I use the dish soap as my dishwasher detergent, and then I use the household cleaner as the rinse aid. One thing that you can do with this also is a jewelry cleaner. So you can put a little bit of the soap on your jewelry and scrub it with like a toothbrush or your fingers. That is a good thing to do. A spot treatment. This is really good for spot treatment. Sometimes if you need to pull like oils or stains off of something, I will just put this on the clothes ahead of time. So it is a great spot treatment also, and then throw your clothes in the washing machine. So I like that. The other thing is I, when I very first started with here, one of my favorite things to do, if you have one of those jetted like jacuzzis in your bathroom, I will fill the tub with hot water, and I will put like 2 squirts of the dish soap and 2 caps of the household cleaner. And I run the jets for like 7-8 minutes, and like it cleans it. And then all you need to do when you empty it is you just wipe it down. You don't have to use a ton of elbow grease doing that, because the thing that I always remember is like, I wish I knew this when my kids were little, but like if you have ever cleaned your tub with all that toxic stuff, toxic meaning like you're buying something at the local stores and cleaning your tub. If you've never looked at the labels, it's awful. But then you go sit in that tub and your water, the pores are all opened up and all the stuff comes into your systems in your body. So I like using the dish soap and the household cleaner and running the jets. And that's how I clean my tubs down. Sarah, how do you use it?
So first of all, I just want to share like a little story about why we use this to clean our dishes, like all of our hand washing versus something else. So around Christmas or Thanksgiving, it was like last fall for the holidays, my mother-in-law and my mom were both staying with us like off and on, and they like the bubbles because that's what they've had for forever, right? And I was like, not really paying attention, just they were like always offering to do dishes, but I would take my glass and I would go over to the Berkey and I'd fill it up, and I would have bubbles like all these foamy bubbles across the top of my water after I was filling it up. And I was like, what is wrong? Like I took my water thing apart, cleaned it with alcohol, like cleaned all of the stuff, changed my filters, thought there was something wrong with my water supply. And then found out later, because like every time I come into the kitchen after they did dishes, I thought it smelled funny. And I was like, why does it smell funky in here? And I just run the diffuser thinking, oh, like maybe something went bad in the trash can. But I came to find out they were using a different soap, and it was actually leaving a film on every single one of our dishes. So I could take anything that they had just washed out of the cupboard or out of the dish rack, put a stopper in the sink, and just run water on it and have foamy bubbles in my sink. It was like that disgustingly leaving. And it wasn't that they weren't rinsing them off. It was just, that's how the products are designed. They're designed to stick to the dishes, to leave this like shiny look behind, right? So it's all like a marketing like thing that they put on everything. If your dishes look shiny, you think they're clean. They're not clean. There's like a film on them. And what happens when you are eating off of this or drinking off of it is it actually has like a laxative effect. So I kept going to the, like feeling sick and going to the bathroom because I'm super sensitive to everything. And then going to the bathroom and like, do I have a flu or something? Like, what the heck is going on? No, I'm just eating soap, and I should not be eating soap. Like, that's not good for anybody. One of the other things that we like to do with the dish soap, because you can use it for literally everything. Kara talked about how you can use it in the laundry room. We use it in the bathroom. So it's a really great thing if you need like more of a clarifying soap, or if you want to have a bubble bath, you can use the dish soap for your shampoo. You can use it as like a hack for body wash. You can use it for a foamy bath time. You can use it to clean your makeup brushes. If you don't have I really, really, really love the makeup brush cleaner that Young Living came out with, that like hard soap. But if you don't have that yet, but you have the dish soap, you can use that to clean your makeup brushes. You can use it to clean literally anything in your house where you want something that has more of like a detergent action to it. And it does an absolutely fantastic job, and it completely rinses away and doesn't leave a film on anything or like leaves anything behind.